Hi, I'm Paul Pasolka, Ivy Masters Learning Center at ivymasters.com. And today we're going to look at Test 3, Section 4, number 38. First, we have to read this background. Notice it says questions 37 and 38 refer to the following information. So we have if shoppers enter a store at an average rate of R shoppers per minute, and each stays in the store an average time of T minutes. The average number of shoppers in the store, N, at any given time is given by the formula N equals RT. This relationship is known as Little's Law. You always want to highlight, underline the equation or the expression and any variables, what they represent. The owner of the Good Deals store estimates that during business hours, an average of 3 shoppers per minute enter the store, and each of them stays an average of 15 minutes. The store owner uses Little's Law to estimate that there are 45 shoppers in the store at any given time. So a good idea for you to do here is to set up your N equals RT and just substitute in and make sure that you have a grasp on what this equation is saying. So here it says R shoppers per minute. What's our R? Here it says 3 shoppers per minute. So beneath the R, you just write a 3. Then it says average time is T minutes. And so what's the average time? It says an average of 15 minutes. So below the T, you put a 15. And then it says that there are 45 shoppers in the store. And the average number of shoppers in the store is N, so 45. And sure enough, 3 times 15 equals 45. So I'm going to erase that. Now that we have a grasp on what's going on in the problem, we're ready to tackle number 38. The owner of the Good Deals store opens a new store across town. For the new store, the owner estimates that during business hours, an average of 90 shoppers per hour enter the store, and each stays an average of 12 minutes. The average number of shoppers in the store at any time is what percent less than the average number of shoppers in the original store at any time. Note, ignore the percent symbol when entering your answer. For example, the answer is 42.1, enter 42.1. So one thing to note is that it says per hour. Whenever it says per hour, you want to make sure that you convert. Well, not whenever it says per hour. Whenever something's underlined, you want to make sure you pay careful attention to it. That's their way of telling you, hey, we're underlining this and you're still going to miss it. So don't miss it. Notice everything on the left is given in minutes. So we've got to make sure we convert that 90 per hour to minutes. So how do we convert hours to minutes? So if there's 90 shoppers per hour, we got to divide by 60. So it's going to be 90 over 60. And notice you could just cancel those. And this would reduce to 3 over 2. If you like decimals, it's 1.5. Or it's 1.5 as a mixed number. So now we've got 1.5 per minute. And what does that represent? R shoppers per minute. So that's going to be our R. So in our equation, N equals RT. I'm going to put, let's make it 3 over 2. We'll put 3 over 2 over here. And it says that they stay an average of 12 minutes. So what's our average? We're looking back to the left over here. Average time of T minutes. So we know that in place of T, we're going to put that 12. And 12 over 1, that's going to make it easier. Solving for N. Remember, you could cross cancel here. 2 goes into 12. 6 times 3 is 18. So your N here is 18. Now, we're ready to tackle the second part of this. We need the average number of shoppers in a new store at any given time is what percent less. So when you have a percent increase, or percent decrease, percent greater, percent less, what you could do is you could use this formula. It's absolute value of new minus old over old times 100. So what's your new number? It's 18. What's your old number? it's 45 over old 45. Absolute value at the top times 100. And so you do your 45 minus 18, you get 27 over 45, but you're going to multiply by 100, so it's going to be 2700 over 45. And then when you divide your numbers, you wind up with 60. 60 is your answer to this question. Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, click like. You can share it with someone who has trouble with, it's just a difficult problem, but you've got to make sure that you keep track of what everything stands for and sub in accordingly. If there's any question you'd like to see from any official PSAT or SAT or ACT, leave that in the comments. I'd be happy to shoot a video on it. And click subscribe so you don't miss anything. Have a great day.